Greetings, dear, precious, magnificent, divine being that you are, with all divine godlike powers, qualities, and abilities. Because who you are is eternal at the level of your true self. This is our work, the greatest work that there is, the greatest work in the world. Now, my darling, topic. There is no thing to fear. Isn't it interesting? The word fear is ear with an F, because it's hearing. Mm-hmm. And the interesting thing that causes fear are words. Just a word, a statement, a sentence can trigger all kinds of fear. I've been fortunate enough, but I don't have to be that fortunate anymore, to have been threatened, horrible things said to, nasty criticisms and judgments and words and glorifications and adoration and, front of newspapers saying I'm wonderful the next day and that I'm trash and horrible and blah, blah, blah. And it's just words. And we tend to be controlled by these words. Some words are sweet words and we feel good, and the next moment they're nasty words and then we feel bad. In relationship, always speak sweet words. Make sure that your intention before you even speak is to honor yourself first, and to also acknowledge and be kind and empowering to others by the way that you speak. Because people who don't know tend to take those words and internalize them and make them real when they're really just sounds. And the meanings that are given to these words are called definitions. I have that, horrendous dictionary called the Oxford. It's about like this. And you have to have a magnifying glass, give yourself a headache trying to even read what the etymology is, where these words come from and where they are. And that is the world, because this world is made of words. Everything has a name, a label. And if it's not in the dictionary, it doesn't exist, because it has to exist there. And if you spell it the wrong way, we're going to go, you get a red line under it, because they told you at school you're going to have those red lines. You don't want an F, because it means you're a loser, buddy, and you're never going to get a job anywhere. Nobody ever wants you again. Oh, really? Some of the greatest people I know were failures at school, because they could clearly see through the lies that are going, but they don't get along here. They're not going along to get along, so we got to make them, try and dumb them down to be like everybody else. You don't need that. Fear, then, is a concept that it's even words that trigger depending on what the words are. And when you involve the fear, that means you're afraid that something's going to happen to you. Someone's going to harm or hurt you. But it's really harm or hurt the physical body. Or going to deny you happiness in the future. What is it that bothers people so much is when they project into the future. But when they project into the future what comes, they're actually coming from previous programs, previous experiences, previous information that they have taken in, because the mind is the matrix. It is the artificial intelligence that uses IT, information technology, to actually form and control and direct human beings, and also to control and direct what we do with the animals. And when you look at how violent people have become, and it's often what they call the real people, or whoever is behind the violence to humans and animals and what's going on the earth, you don't know about, because it appears always like it's somebody else. And there's a main game that people play, is called victim, perpetrator, and savior. And all of their relationships have to do with, I'm a victim. This is what they did to me, my parents, my family, my mate, my neighbors. but it's your own mind that did it all, but people don't know that. And it's the mind of the others that we're torturing the others because they don't know about it, because that information or knowledge is not available in their so-called religions or their so-called government or their so-called education or their so-called science, or even in the practical teachings in the school of who we really are. You must go outside those systems to get your real knowledge, and it's there. That's what my work is, and the researching of and finding those bits, those, I call it those keys, those morsels of delicious knowledge that frees you from all of this fear and guilt program training, keeps you in this little place. Oh, I don't want to make wave. They're going to hurt me. They're going to get me. This disease is going to get me, and all of this. You take a look at how the power of even some kind of a bug, you say, who's bugging you? There's bugs everywhere. And this situation of our people bugging you, our people draining your energy, well, then don't be around those people. Well, I can't. Yes, you can. And you also, the more you work on yourself and bring the strength into who you are through the proper knowledge, divine knowledge of who you are, and then you apply that, you're operating in this world, but you're not of it. You are being who you are freely and abundantly for whatever you need and want. You're manifesting. In fact, I really invite you to email me. The fear, then, there's no one or nothing for you to fear because of who you are. And when you know who you are and you're certain of who you are, you do not let words throw you into ignorance. You do not words or the statements of others or the news or the media or so-called experts out there who are going to tell you how to live and what to be, when it's the most simple thing there is. And when we bring everything into the simple and the easy, it is the most profound. Therefore, free yourself from the fear and the doubts and the inferiority complex and all of the terror of what's going to happen to you, and liberate yourself, because that's your job. And when you do, all is well, my darling, and every moment is a divine experiment of what you want to produce and to share and to be, and you want to be victorious in everything that you do. And when you know who you are and you do not take in all of the doubts and all of the statements, all of the hypnotic trances that have been robbing you like a parasite of your life force, because you're a human resource, a free resource for others who can harness your awareness, your consciousness, your words, your beliefs, and your actions. Take yourself back, because that's the greatest work in the world. Email me. Come on. Be here. Love you.